Tonight, you will lie down on a mattress engineered with memory foam, climate control, and a headboard soft enough to forget it's even there. You will pull a blanket to your chin. You will close your eyes in near silence, in near darkness, in near safety. You will assume this is simply what sleep looks like. But for almost the entire span of human existence, none of that existed. No mattress, no bedroom, no lock on the door. And yet your ancestors slept every single night for millions of years. So how did they do it? Sleep doesn't actually require comfort. It requires enough safety for the brain to switch off high alert. That's it. Everything else, the pillow, the blanket, the mattress, is a modern luxury layered on top of a much older system. Anthropologist Carol Worthman studied sleep in small-scale societies living close to how early humans once lived. There was no single bedtime, no 8-hour block, no silence. People drifted in and out of sleep near a fire, children curled against adults, conversations still murmuring nearby. Sleep wasn't a locked room. It was a shared space. Before fire, our ancestors likely slept in trees, the way chimpanzees still do, building fresh leaf platforms nightly to stay above predators. But once early humans mastered fire, everything shifted. Fire wasn't just warmth. It was a psychological wall. Predators fear open flame, so height stopped mattering. A circle of light was enough. Archaeologist Lynn Wadley uncovered layered bedding at Sibudu Cave in South Africa, dating back roughly 200,000 years, made from grasses and leaves containing natural insect-repelling compounds. Early humans weren't just gathering random plants, they were engineering their sleeping surface. But comfort was never the primary design goal. Safety was. Sleeping in groups meant more eyes, more ears, more warning time. Sleep researcher Jerome Siegel studied modern hunter-gatherer groups, the Hadza, the San, and the tamed, and found their sleep timing shifted nightly depending on temperature and safety, not a fixed clock. And sleep itself wasn't continuous. Historian A. Roger Ekirch found records of first sleep and second sleep in pre-industrial Europe, a segmented pattern where people woke for an hour in the middle of the night before returning to rest, possibly echoing a far older ancestral rhythm. Why did we lose it? Artificial light. Once brightness could flood the night, the cue to wake mid-sleep faded, and we compressed rest into one dense, efficient block. Firelight itself may have done more. Its dim, flickering orange glow likely supported melatonin release, the hormone that signals rest. Modern blue-toned light does the opposite, tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. The very light your ancestors used to feel safe is closer to what your body still expects. The light you use tonight might be working against you. What about the ground itself? Hunter-gatherer groups like the Hadza and San, sleeping on firm surfaces with minimal cushioning, report lower rates of chronic back pain than industrialized populations on soft mattresses. The body may not need softness, it may need alignment. Warmth came from proximity, not blankets in the way you'd recognize them. Bodies pressed close, sharing radiant heat, wrapped in furs from the animals they hunted. Sleeping in a cluster wasn't just intimacy, it was survival math. And falling asleep required the brain to believe nothing urgent was coming. Modern humans, alone in silent rooms, often report racing thoughts instead. Some researchers suggest this happens because solitary silent sleep is historically unusual for our species. Your brain may still be listening for the murmur of other humans, the crackle of a fire, proof that you are not alone. Instead, it gets silence. And to an ancient nervous system, silence can register as a warning rather than peace. So what actually mattered to ancient sleep? Not softness, not silence, not a fixed schedule. Proximity to others, distance from danger, closeness to firelight. 3 conditions repeated for hundreds of thousands of years until, evolutionarily speaking, moments ago, we replaced all 3 with a mattress, a locked door, and a phone screen glowing in the dark. So when you toss and turn tonight, when your mind won't quiet down despite the comfort surrounding you, are you actually failing to sleep? Or is your ancient brain simply noticing that something essential is missing? Tonight, you will lie down on a mattress engineered with memory foam, climate control, and a headboard soft enough to forget it's even there. And somewhere underneath all that comfort, a much older brain will still be listening for the fire.